Over the years, Batman has more than earned his place in pop culture legend, and for more reasons than one. He boasts a remarkable rogues gallery, he's a key player in super teams like the Justice League, and he's a merchandising juggernaut to boot. And of course, you can't ignore arguably the most important aspects of Batman's iconic appeal, the Batsuit. As long as there's been a Batman, there's been a Batsuit in some form or fashion. Some are cloth and some are rubber, some are armored and some are lightweight. They come in a range of color schemes, ear and cape lengths, and utility belt sizes. Regardless of the specifics though, Batman rarely leaves the Batcave without one. His suits go a long way in keeping him safe, and they help strike fear into the hearts of Gotham City's criminals.
What gives you the right? What's the difference between you and me?
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Still, as badass as many of Batman's costumes may be, the truth is they're far from perfect, and if you place them into a real-world context, some serious issues begin to present themselves. Arguably, one of the most glaring problems has even been examined by physicists, who explained why a Batsuit wouldn't work in real life as it does in the comics, cartoons, or movies. Any Batman fan will tell you that most Batsuits are incomplete without a cape. After all, they don't call him the Caped Crusader for nothing. On the surface, the cape seems like little more than an aesthetic choice, but in truth, many Batman incarnations have used it for much more than looking good. Aside from using it as a means of intimidation against Gotham criminals, it has often been used as a method of gliding across large distances. And while this may look cool on the silver screen or in the pages of a comic book, the truth is that this function isn't nearly as plausible in reality. Back in 2012, physicists at the University of Leicester published a study in the Journal of Special Physics Topics. It read, "Clearly, gliding using a Batcape is not a safe way to travel, unless a method to rapidly slow down is used, such as a parachute." They noted that after leaping from a 150-meter-high Gotham City skyscraper, Batman could realistically glide for approximately 350 meters on a 4.7-meter wingspan, before the velocity levels off at 110 kilometers per hour. At that point, an 80-kilometer-per-hour descent would begin, causing the DC Comics mainstay to plummet to his death, unless he found something to break his fall. Still, there's nothing wrong with pretending that Batman can use his cape to glide from building to building. It's a fun mechanic to use in the Batman Arkham video games, for example, and it sets up some neat visuals on the big screen. But there's one other aspect of the Batsuit that's even less practical than the cape, the cowl. Specifically, those worn by the likes of Michael Keaton and his successors for their live-action movie appearances. Seeing as these specific cowls consisted of one solid piece from the shoulders up, it would be incredibly difficult for Batman to turn his head. In fact, this has even caused problems during filming on Batman movies in the past. At a 2014 press event, Michael Keaton discussed his struggles with the headpiece while filming 1989's Batman, revealing that moving his head at the neck was next to impossible. As a result, he had no choice but to move his entire upper body for moments in which Batman had to turn and look in a different direction. That's obviously inconvenient for an actor, let alone someone trying to fight off 2 or 3 bad guys at once. From cape to cowl, the Batsuit is something of a mess by real-world standards, yet it's typically presented as the ultimate suit of armor at the cinema, on TV, and in the pages of DC Comics. At the end of the day, though, suspension of disbelief is the name of the game with stuff like this. And as long as it looks cool, that's all that really matters. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite movies are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.